My stars, reading time. I'm literally feeling nauseous. You know when you have that like sick feeling in your stomach and your throat? That's how I'm. Did you see my tummy? It just went like I'm literally feeling sick. And the message I was hearing, I was seeing a crossroads. I was seeing like a fork in the road, and I feel it's either this main collective or person on your mind feeling very sick to their stomach over a decision. So let's confirm. We might do a you versus them. Hopefully this nauseous feeling goes away through this reading. All right, I want to start with main collective's focus. I just want to see if this is coming from you or this person. Oh, all right, main collective. Okay. All right, main collective. So we've got movement. So maybe that's why there's a bit of nerves over movement. Age gap. So there's an age gap between you and the person on your mind. Inner healing. Clearing and healing. Okay. One more. Oh, my tummy. Look at all of, whoa. And now we've got karmic energy, high, lows, and turbulent. I think someone's going over past decision and current decisions they need to make. You've got 3 in a row about clearing and healing karma and reflecting on how certain decisions and actions can really create highs and lows in our life. So main collective, you would be going over a lot of things right now in your mind. Like I said, you've got 3 cards of clearing and healing. You could even be feeling like you're facing a bit of karma right now as well. I think the right collective, you're very confronted with your emotion. You feel very stuck in what you're feeling. I just want one more for this karmic energy, highs and lows. I'm taking that as shadow. Okay, so maybe certain repeated mistakes as well with friends. There could be things with friends being illuminated in your life. Like I said when I first saw that card, this main collective, you are reflecting on how certain decisions can keep your life on repeat. So you're clearly facing the same kind of ignition and cycles with certain friends in your life at the moment. But you're wanting to take a different direction clearly. If you're going over your karma in life, and if you're going over the things you need to shift and refocus on, and you're going into your inner child healing, you're starting to realize some of the people you are choosing to keep company with do not serve you. It's kind of that energy, you are who you hang around. All right, movement. Maybe certain friendships as well. If it's someone on your mind that you're wanting to take movement with, but your friends have got a strong opinion on this person, maybe you've held your heart space off, you've kept yourself in kind of a down state because of the people around you. And I feel this right collective, when it comes to friends, they're a big part of your life, and a lot of your decisions, especially karmic decisions, again, come down to the people you're hanging around, and you're starting to notice this. Red flag. So there's something here, even though you want to take movement with whatever's on your mind, I'm going to be honest, I think the right collective, you're more concerned about that adversity, the people around you. Hold on, I want one more for red flag. It's like you're expecting a cycle. So maybe there's been, there it is. It's okay. Whatever you're wanting to take movement with, you've had cycles with this before. So you're not just having cycles with friends right now. There's a lot of things coming full circle for you. So clearly, other points you have found courage or determination to move forward. Maybe it hasn't gone the way you expected. Okay, whatever you're wanting to move towards, it's like, and this makes sense with the sickness I was feeling in my stomach. It's like the decision physically makes you feel sick and overwhelmed. Maybe as well for bravery and courage to come out with this decision. It's not easy for you. It's clearly something that really can put you in a tailspin. Maybe you're an overthinker, an overprocessor. Your imagination can get the best of you. I'm seeing my Page of Cups. It's like before you even make a decision with anything in life, it's like you think about every which direction and every which outcome that can occur. And I feel for the right collective, it actually stops you with your bravery. You seem like someone you always expect the worst, which is sad because it means you've clearly had a life where a lot of the worst has actually happened to you. Sad. Age gap. Divine feminine. So whoever this person is on your mind, you see them as a divine feminine energy. You see them as quite caring, compassionate, nurturing. I always say that divine feminine, she's a high priestess within. She's an oracle. She can see. She has sight. So whoever's on your mind, you clearly see them as quite connected energetically, like to the universe. If you're connected to a divine feminine, it makes sense why you're going through a lot of healing. I feel like I'm reading a masculine right now. Maybe this is the first person in your life to actually start making you reflect on things that you need to change. But if you see this person like this, hold on, I want one more. Why do I feel these two tie in? Like if you see this person as compassionate, understanding, there shouldn't be this much fear towards this. Hold on, one more. Chaos, you're worried about the storm. So there's a part of you that believes this person's compassionate, understanding, they're caring, they're nurturing, but it's like you expect a reckoning, you expect chaos, you expect a storm, and this is why this red flag comes up. Maybe, again, I'm going back to what I was feeling at the start of this reading, this sick feeling in my stomach. Maybe there's some truths you need to confront that you are a little bit fearful of confronting. If you see this person as having sight and seeing, and you have either kept some things in the dark or haven't been completely transparent with your deep emotion and your intention towards this person, of course you would have fear. It's not just approaching this person, there's like more to it. You know, there needs to be depth of conversation. And also as well, I'm going to this age gap with this chaos. Makes sense with why opinions matter so, well, it doesn't make sense, but I can understand. You clearly seem like someone that the opinions of people around you can really affect you. So if your friends really have had a lot to say about this connection, or family members, there's something about the age gap you guys share that literally makes you feel a storm here. I think there's been chaos because of this issue that you guys embody in your connection. But union, you could be reflecting on your initial union with this person, and maybe how there was actually a lack of healing when you guys first came into alignment. If you were reflecting on the life you shared with this person, but inner child healing is coming over you, so trauma comes over you when you think about this, you either reflect on how both of you weren't emotionally developed enough to have clear, constructive conversations, that you were really lacking communication tools, or you could also be reflecting and thinking, especially when I deviated to this, since meeting this person, they really started activating you to see this world differently, and maybe certain emotions or traits that you embody that unfortunately can create a bit of havoc in your life. Either way, when you think about time spent with this person, let it be you go over the lack of healing in your initial point, or the healing and the transformation you've gone through because of this connection. It impacts you. Like, there's a part of your soul that it's like you want to believe in how special this connection is, but again, there's so much fear around you of what comes next. So it's like you try and push this away, you try and push it out of your energy. It's like you're not ready to confront what you feel. Clearing and healing. Whoa, so this person's really heavy on your mind. You're going through nostalgia, you're wanting to rekindle, you're wanting to return, but maybe you feel your life's not aligned and you don't feel balanced enough to approach this again. For you to be going over, and again, it makes sense, I'm going back to what I was initially feeling. You're not just sitting in the moment, you're reflecting on things from the past, right? And you're also in reflection of your current situation with what's going on in your life, which means there are certain things that happened in the past when you were with this person, and it's like these same situations are coming around your table right now. There's something with your cycles happening. So let it be these friends that were around when you were with this person, and there were certain grievances that created chaos. Let it be through their opinions, whatever it is, with this connection. You were starting to face the same blocks that entered in this point. It's like they're entering now as well. Your higher self is trying to show you something with repeated cycles. So no wonder you're feeling so in the bottom of your stomach, because you're having to readdress things in your mind that maybe you were pushing away. It's like, I always say this with trauma, people can dissociate. It's like they get, it's like these memory blanks they store in their mind as a protection thing. It's like things are being surfaced in your soul right now that it's like you had genuinely forgotten. This main collective, these are very heavy things you're feeling, so you would be extremely overwhelmed at the moment. Highs, lows, turbulent with your friends. Wow, so psychic abilities, and you, okay, I'm hearing a couple things. I think you as a person, you're very connected, and you're seeing, because that's what I feel you're seeing through some things right now. Two, remember I deviated about this person. I actually think the person connected to you is highly gifted, and I don't know if your friends have had a lot of opinions or slander towards this person. I feel it's kind of, there's a bit of this person you care about, it's kind of, they're kind of like the butt of the joke sometimes, and it's really sad because you can see your emotion, but it's kind of in the nicest way. It's like your friends are like your priority in life. That's a little bit alarming, okay? What happens when your friends get married and have kids, and it's like and I'm not saying this to upset you, but it feels kind of like, yes, boss, to your friends. That's a little bit sad. If you have friends around you that can speak so negatively of someone that you love, and you choose not to say anything, and you choose to join that roller coaster and ride, that's something you need to reflect on. And I'm also hearing you need to start trusting your intuition more, because you clearly see things that you choose to ignore. And this is why these things keep coming back in your life. I want one more for that. They're stopping you from a new beginning, a fresh start. Wow, so psychic abilities and you... Okay, I'm hearing a couple things. I think you as a person, you're very connected and you're seeing, because that's what I feel you're seeing through some things right now. Two, remember I deviated about this person. I actually think the person connected to you is highly gifted, and I don't know if your friends have had a lot of opinions or slander towards this person. I feel it's kind of, there's a bit of this person you care about, it's kind of, they're kind of like the butt of the joke sometimes, and it's really sad because you can see your emotion, but it's kind of in the nicest way. It's like your friends are like your priority in life. That's a little bit alarming, okay? What happens when your friends get married and have kids, and it's like you... And I'm not saying this to upset you, but it feels kind of like, yes, boss, to your friends. That's a little bit sad. If you have friends around you that can speak so negatively of someone that you love, and you choose not to say anything, and you choose to join that roller coaster and ride, that's something you need to reflect on. And I'm also hearing you need to start trusting your intuition more, because you clearly see things that you choose to ignore. And this is why these things keep coming back in your life. I want one more for that. They're stopping you from a new beginning, a fresh start. So you just got the journal, reflection, expression. You don't express yourself. You don't express yourself properly when it comes. I don't know if you are quite showy. There's something here that I don't even think you're aware of. You really do have a tendency to silence yourself for the needs of others, okay? There's something here you need to learn to express yourself better. I do think you're going into reflection about the environment and the company you're choosing to keep, but it's like you're still on a crossroads. I always say in all aspects of your life, friendships are meant to bring balance and sanctuary, okay? Friendships, I always say all different loves are important. Friend love, parent love, being in love, it's all important. But all of those people that we choose to keep in our life, love, family, they should bring peace. They shouldn't bring more imbalance and uncertainty. Anyone that brings uncertainty in your life, they need a boundary in all aspects. This main collective, you know things within, but you choose to silence yourself for the sake of the impression of how you're presenting or how people will perceive you, which... it's sad because it's clearly holding you back and it's confusing you in other areas of your life. One more. Makes you hot and cold. You listen too much to others instead of listening to yourself. So if you do that with friends, you probably do that with family members. You probably do it in love as well. You probably bend over backwards for your spouse and you build this resentment, and you build because you find it hard to express yourself. So if all areas in your life you're bending over backwards for people, but people are mistaking your kindness for weakness, you would be a very temperamental person because you repress, act like a happy very happy-go-lucky, more of an undaunted energy. But the thing is, you accumulate, you become this little kettle, you're on a constant simmer. And I say this when I'm reading my feminines. I say, being a self-sacrificer, it's a beautiful quality, but you guys, out of all, you need to know boundaries. If you've got people in your work life taking advantage of you, if you've got family members, friends, and love, you're just going to become an explosive person. And this is what creates avoidance. This is... you avoid your emotions so much that when you hit your brink, it's like you just run away from what you're feeling because it's too much for you to confront. One more. You need to cleanse and clear some energy out of your life. Definitely people as well, but you know it. You're going through no wonder I'm seeing a crossroads. You're on a powerful crossroads right now in life. Okay. Oh, sorry, I thought that stopped. I just want to quickly confirm this right. Blame. So you're in the mode of blame right now and denial. So you're not facing your situations or your emotions properly. So you're still blaming. So if you've got a lot of areas in your life falling apart, I always say this, it's not everyone else's issue. If things keep falling apart, the only person at fault is yourself. Blame and denial is a hard thing to get through because as you're watching, if you're in blame and denial, what I'm saying probably wouldn't even comprehend to you because you're blaming, you're not taking accountability. So even with all these repeated things and distractions, because you're in denial, you're not seeing your life clearly right now. It's like you blame everyone else for your pain, but it's your decision to keep letting these people in your life to create this pain. That's no one else's fault but your own. Right now as you're watching this, and it makes sense, it's like you're trying so hard to heal and change things, but you're not removing anything in your life that holds you back. This is a hard one, because whatever, like I just said, whatever I'm saying, you'd be like, huh? It reminds me of lack of awareness. Unless you're reflecting on your blame and denial, and this is why you're feeling sick in your stomach, because you're starting to understand you made the wrong decisions. But as a reason I say everything, I think there's still a bit of blame and denial in you. You could be transitioning out of it, but your pride, no. So again, it's still the show. You've got your pride up. This is why friends' opinions, everybody's opinions matter so much to you, because of your pride. It's your ego. You would rather bend over backwards for people than to stand in your truth and emotion. That's sad. Which means you would be quite a showy person. Let it be, you're a bit materialistic. You want the flashy car, the good clothes, it's like you go surface level before going deep. That's bad. I could just imagine the kind of people you call into your life, especially in love. That means you go surface level. You look for attraction. You don't fall in love with someone's soul. You fall in love with how someone looks, which means you wouldn't see people properly. So this person on your mind that you're thinking is your divine feminine, you don't know that person. You probably just think you want that person because you're physically attracted to that person. Sorry, I'm going to be very transparent here. This means you don't know the importance of a soul. You don't. This makes me think you are quite young. I'm going back to that age gap. I think whoever's on your mind, they're older than you. I don't think you understand the power of connection. And not just being in love, it's the same with people. It's very surface level. You don't understand people's souls. That's sad. Blame. Envy. So jealousy. Look at your solar and sacral that's wanting to be balanced. So no wonder you're going through what you feel to be healing. Your sacral's being activated. So a lot of, childhood trauma, and especially even if your friends are from childhood, you've got a lot of things surfacing right now in your life to actually help you with confidence, to actually help you with healing. But I just don't think you're seeing your environment correctly right now because you're still stuck in your ego. I'm surprised adversity didn't come out. You seem to be someone, not that you would even admit it to yourself, you seem to be someone that, and I said it before, you really get swayed by others instead of listening to your inner self. Friendships again, big block for you. Fear. So instead of facing it, this is why you blame. You don't want to take accountability. Your fear, instead of addressing what you need to change, you blame everyone else. Just remember, if things keep falling apart in your life, it's because you keep making the same decisions or allowing the same people in, or listen. It's not everyone else's fault, okay? Judgment, so you stay in denial. You don't like to feel judged. So this reading would be triggering. Even if you're still watching it, you don't like being told what to do. It's funny because I say you don't like being told what to do, but yeah, I think you bend over backwards for people that tell you what to do. But it's like you hate it. It's like you're a rebellious soul, but yet you still conform to your environment. That doesn't make sense. So another reason you'd feel off balance. And you're probably someone, it's my life, but yet you conform to everybody else's needs and expectations. You don't like to feel judged, so you'd rather fit in than be your true self. That's sad. So because of your pride, you're pushing away the person you love, your ego. That makes me truly believe this, right? You're young. You don't know the power of love. You don't understand the sanctity of it. You don't understand deep soul connection. You remind me of someone, plenty of fish in the sea. You probably, have your finger in how it, like, you don't understand. You think love is just one in a whatever. It can come and go whenever. That's not it. That's not life. Yeah, we can date. Yeah, we can forever connect to karmic connections. And yes, we can have multiple soulmates in life. But I truly believe there's only one person truly cut from the same cloth as you. And this right collective, you don't get that. And that's not your fault. Clearly it's a lack of life and love experience. Okay, especially if you're someone you'd rather just maybe not get into long-term commitments. Maybe you're someone you'd rather just kind of connect to situationships. You'd probably be lucky to have your heart broken once, maybe twice. Sad. Last one. Oh, too many. Envy again. You've got some jealousy issues. Regret. But your denial and blame, you would never own that. This is why you feel sick. This is why you're stuck in decisions. You don't know what way to go because you're not ready to take accountability. Because the sad thing is you don't even know what to take accountability for. This kind of I'm right, you're wrong, there's nothing wrong and there's nothing you can do about it. It's kind of, you remind me of someone, my way or the highway. You feel like a very unyielding, stubborn person. It's like once you've made your mind up about something, that's it. So even though you have pain and regret and stuff in your soul, when you feel these emotions, it's straight to the blame game, and it's straight to you denying what you feel. And I wouldn't be surprised if you desanitize. You clearly you distract yourself. So when you feel emotion, it's either I'm going to go out with these friends, or I'm going to do something silly when it comes to substances, or I'm going to overly focus on work. You don't like to face what you feel, okay? And that's the only way to truly heal. So your first deck, all those healing cards, you're probably driving yourself crazy because it's like you want to change, but you're not knuckling into the things that truly need to change. It's like just one big whirlwind for you because you don't know your core things that hold you back. You're not completely self-aware. It's going to be a hard reading for you to hear, because if you're self-unaware, this probably wouldn't even make sense to you. You would be denying everything you're hearing me say. That's sad. You want freedom over anything. That, like I said before, it's like you, my way, my life, but yet you bend over backwards for people. So you voice it, you just want freedom and this, but look at what you do for others, especially when it comes to friendships. You would rather bend over backwards and fit into a crowd you don't fit into, just to stop you from feeling judged. That's not freedom. You're losing yourself for the admiration and acceptance of others. Not freedom. Sorry, I just need to make it clear. Alright, I just want to quickly see what you're actually going through tarot-wise. Oh gosh, so right now your life, you're lacking inspiration, you feel hopeless, you're full of negativity, you don't have faith in life or yourself, or you feel stuck, you're in despair. And this is where you need to ask yourself, if you really feel like this, there's things in your surroundings that are making you feel like this. So make change. Oh my gosh. So you've got physical or emotional abusive people around you, negative karmic connections, which you know, but you're choosing not to change anything, that are toxic for you, that create energetic implants. So again, yes, boss, it's like you listen to these people, even if you know in your soul it's not right. They literally energetically implant things in your soul that you're like, yeah, even though deep within you don't believe it. You're codependent on these people. But the sad thing is you're in denial. You're codependent with negative karmic connections that weigh you down. You're holding on to people that literally make you feel hopeless, lack of inspiration, despair in life, but because they're comfort or that's all you know. Your answer's right there. Look at the company you keep. That's why you feel this way. And if I was you, I would stop listening to people because they fog you here. And I think they add to your blame and denial in life, which actually holds you back. You're stuck. So you're stuck right now. There's things in your life the universe is trying to give you, but you need to go into self-reflection. You need to start making sacrifices. Hanged Man's beautiful. You've got something so beautiful destined for you, but it's stuck in limbo because you're not changing things in your life. But they're saying maybe you're coming into an aha moment, which I do feel, but I think you fight yourself with your aha moment and your intuition about the company you keep. They're trying to change your perspective here. They're trying to grant you an awakening, especially to your surroundings. There's an epiphany, but you need to choose to release and let go and allow. You need to yield. And I was saying this before. You seem like the most stubborn, unyielding person, your way or the highway. And it's because subconsciously you bend over backwards for so many people. Once you hit your trigger point, you got so many people taking advantage of your kindness. Once you hit your trigger point, you're stuck in the cement because subconsciously you've got all these people taking advantage of you. The only way to change that trigger is, again, beautiful to be self-sacrificing, but for the right people. Equal give and take. You're always giving. You're always there. Are these people always there for you? Or is it on their time? Ask yourself these questions. Because the only way to change this truly is to start learning your boundaries for the people that don't align with you. It's like you know you need to make important decisions, but you're not making them. I said this before in that other deck. You remind me of someone. Before you make a decision, you look at every which way. It could go right, could go wrong, could go, and then by the time you even get to the point of wanting to make the decision, you make yourself sick in the stomach and you stop yourself from making decisions because of your overactive mind, which means you truly are gifted. You just don't know how to direct your energy. So you're constantly living up here, constantly picking up the energy around you, mistaking it for your own, and it stops you. You consider that many options that it actually stops you from making movement. It's like they're trying to prepare something for your future, but until you start they're not going to release this for you until you have the epiphany, because it's not meant to slip by you. It's like you're not ready for what they have planned for you, so they just keep you stuck. Because again, no matter how many warning signs, no matter how many flags get presented, you take it all to your heart space. Your warning signs, your red flags, that should be under this this part. It should be under there. It's like you mistake all your anxiety for the area that you're stopping yourself from making movement with when it comes to whoever's on your mind. Where those warning signs, believe it or not, it's your environment that you're stuck in. Let's get one more for your top row. Yeah, so you're in an 8 of Wands in reverse. So your whole life, lack of focus, lost momentum, energy blocks, you're on hold, there's delays, everything's stalled, you're not in alignment. But again, you're choosing to stay in this environment because you think it's freedom. You're not seeing your life right. Star in reverse. Holy moly. And you've got insecurity. And that makes sense with your pride and why you bend over backwards for people, because you don't see yourself. So you're a very indecisive person, even when your life's falling apart. So it feels like you're a long sufferer. You have self-doubt, negative self-talk. You're unwilling to learn your karmic lessons. So no matter how many fires they show you, you're just refusing to see and make change. Like I said in that other part, the emotion part, until you're self-aware, that's just part of life and life lessons, you'll get there. But until you start seeing your repeated, how your actions and your decisions keep repeating things in your life, you're going to be stuck in this hopeless negativity for years. Your higher self is literally saying, we are showing you, but you're unwilling to learn. You're unwilling. And I'll tell you right now, our life works in 2-year cycles. Every time you miss your karmic cycle, your years get harder and harder. So yeah, this 2-year cycle might just feel kind of very stuck in this. You're not seeing it properly. Your next 2-year cycle, it's going to get harder. The lessons are going to get harder. The fires are going to get harder. So, and everybody has their own repeated cycles. Start learning your cycles now, because it seems bloody painful, but it's like you've got numb to it. So you think this cycle's hard, wait till your next one. If you don't start learning what they're trying, you're clearly special. You're clearly very special. They don't want you in reverse. They want you upright. You're clearly powerful. And powerful people with something to achieve in this world, your life will never be easy. Just know that. Devil in reverse. This could be an earth sign in your life as well. So a love connection. So you're actually attached to someone right now. So your heart craves for someone, but you're in a connection that's emotionally or physically abusive. I didn't even feel you were in a relationship. So this could be a forbidden kind of thing, or this could be something, it literally destroys your soul, but it's comfort for you. It's like, it smells like something secretive, something you hide. Or as well, because I'm going back to this part, you could literally see the person who's in your soul contract, you could see them as this kind of person because of your blame and denial. Which means, I just don't see how you get divine feminine for that person. If you really believe this person's negative, karmic, emotionally, physically abusive, toxic, that you could have been codependent if you guys were unhealed. You could have been codependent. But if you're seeing them as a feminine, but then you don't even understand your emotion. So I'm hearing two for that. You've either got some kind of forbidden love that you know is terrible for you, or you hold yourself back from your person because you've now painted an image, a perception of them that they're terrible. Let's be real. Like, that's a horrible energy. So that would make sense with why as well, if it is the latter, you don't want to move, because your denial and blame, there's no accountability for what you've done here. So I'm just going to blame them for these aspects. Sad. Either way, when it comes to love, this person or forbidden love, you're not happy. You're not happy. So you're full of, your life is completely hostile. Your higher self tries to show you as well. You could be a little bit selfish. And again, I believe you would be selfish because you bend over backwards for everyone. And then when you get triggered, you might present selfish. You present stubborn, unyielding. But your life right now, abusive, a plot twist, conflict, defeat, hostility, but you're not reflecting on it properly. Again, it's the blame game. Look at this. You're destroyed. Regret, emotional baggage, past life trauma to heal, guilt, intense feelings, unresolved issues. So it's like you're sitting in a web of lies and you know it, but you don't want to address any of it. You're burying your head in the sand. That's messy. So this is what, remember I said they want to grant you something so beautiful for your future, but they ain't going to release it till you heal that. I'm telling ya. Ace of Pentacles, that is one powerful life. Very powerful life. But that takes commitment. That takes dedication. That's life-changing energy. But that takes dedication to achieve something like that. But you would know. I always say as a reader, I'm not here to tell you how to feel. You know in your core, in your gut, you could have such a thriving life, but you're scared to take certain leaps of faith. Eight of Wands in reverse. It's like you believe you don't deserve happiness or something, if you know it or not. That's the only reason someone would keep themselves in this kind of environment. It's like you kind of hate yourself. You might have even said that to yourself. So the reason your life is out of balance because you've got no one around you with equal give. We had this deviation. You don't feel valued in life. So it makes you a very temperamental person. And then you close down. You are a silencer, okay? Flippant, nothing to say. You gossip. You don't speak your truth. You speak everyone else's truth. You leave people with unanswered questions. I'm surprised that runner energy didn't come out. You remind me of someone that loves to leave some fires, okay? I know that was hard. That would have been hard to hear. I just want to see how the universe... What message do you have for this person? You are what you think, and you don't think the best of yourself. You've got to learn to tame to attain. You've got to make changes. Until you see yourself and you change that judgment energy from reverse to upright. If there's one thing you can get from this message, start being more observant of the company you keep. Are you proud to stand by those people? Are you actually proud to call them your friends? I say this about people in love. The right love inspires you to be the best version of yourself. So should your friends. Your friends should want the best for you, should want you happy. Just be a little bit more observant of your surroundings. Because if you're not happy with the people you're letting into your life, it means you're not happy with yourself. Okay? Stop trying to... I don't want to say fit in. That seems like it would upset this collective. Just, you're not meant to fit in. Just remember that. But you've got to be proud of who you are. Yeah, look at that. You are so much more. And you know it. They're trying to give you another timeline. And I'll tell you this right now. If they're trying to prepare you for a quantum jump, buckle up because you'll lose everything. For them to connect you to the right timeline, you're either just going through an awakening or you're about to. And everything needs to be removed before we can accelerate in this. So be ahead of your tower. I always say we get sign after sign after sign when things aren't serving us. But when we constantly choose to ignore those signs, especially if they're preparing you for this, because it means, and I said it before, you're someone very special that has something big planned for this life that you're walking through right now. They'll give you that tower. And I'll tell you right now, if they're preparing you for a quantum jump, your poor little soul, gosh, does it embody some trauma. Because when we awaken, it's the last bit of trauma your soul can take. And I feel like I'm reading someone young, which means you've had a hard life, but you've become numb to it. This is making me feel emotional reading this. One more. You've got to keep trying. Don't give up. I always say people that have had traumatic lives or destined to awaken in this world, your soul, it can take it. You have blood of fire and steel. Don't give up on yourself. Better than you could ever have imagined. That's what's waiting for you. You need to believe. They just want you to rebirth. Very nice. Just trust. You're forever protected. You're an earth angel. All right. I'm just going to get you a couple more, and then we'll see the person that's on your mind. We'll see who comes up. If it's your feminine or this energetic, we'll see what comes up, because I'm going back to that. Oh, beautiful. This is not bad. I feel bad ripping in before. Pisces could be an important sign for you, moon energy, but universe is saying you have been working on communication. You are uniting, you're connecting, you're overcoming barriers. But there is some compromise that you need to face right now. It could be with a Pisces as well. But they're saying they're activating your intuition so much right now, so start trusting it. You could be having vivid dreams. They're trying to activate more compassion, and I think you're a very compassionate person. That's not the issue here, but I think sometimes you give your compassion and understanding to people that take advantage of it, that don't reciprocate it. Okay, your giving sensitive nature is beautiful. It's probably one of your biggest connections to humanity, but again, you just want to make sure you know boundaries. You're actually quite sympathetic. I believe that. You're very perceptive, very observant. You don't miss anything. But they're trying to activate a more sensitive side, especially when it comes to your heart. I was very surprised to see you really do have a hardened heart, which makes me think you don't actually have a relationship in your life, but you could have something, like I said, a little bit forbidden going on. But you're very impressionable. That's probably the right word. And that's what makes me feel you could be young, because you are quite impressionable. And I don't think you realise that. And again, that just comes back to life and life experience. You know, you do have a little bit of self-interest. When you self-interest, stealth, some deceit. You trap people. You can be a bit cunning and sly and crafty. Sleight of hand, 14th of the 9th could be important, but also you could think this behaviour's around you right now, especially there's some warning signs going off internally for you with some of the company you keep, but you're choosing to ignore it. Trust your intuition, okay? But again, if you're getting shown a lot of this, projections. So who are you a little bit sly and crafty with, okay? Remember, it's not always the blame game or denial. You constantly get manipulative people in your life. What are you doing to manipulate things? Okay, it starts from us. We might project it out 1%. Someone that's special, meant to activate and do something in this world, you're going to get less than times 100. And sometimes that's why we fail to become self-aware, because it could be presented in an extreme way that you are not, but you still embody that quality in some way or form, right? So they try and show you with such a dramatic extent, because it's kind of that, I don't like being treated like this, so why do I treat people like this kind of behavior, okay? But if you feel there's always some form of manipulation and deceit around you, put the finger back at yourself, okay? Remember that. That's how we really start changing, because we notice our cycles are because of our actions and our decisions. You could have just seen a fox. Oh, I love this. So they are. Okay, that's good. You are finding strength. Do I think it's in you just yet? No. Leo, Pisces could be very relevant for you. There is something in the next 7 to 14 days, next 2 weeks, where I do think you find your voice, you find self-belief, you find strength. And you're leading from compassion by doing it though. Okay, so you're control of the emotion, which is good. Okay, last one. Last two. So these two together. All right. So that's what I feel. I feel whoever your heart space is, it's secret. It's something secretive. I think you have a hidden passion here. There is someone here that you have hot sex with, or you reflect on it, explosive, excitement, happiness, passion, chemistry, but it's secret, it's hidden. There's clearly miscommunication. I've got to work out that row. Whoever it is, let it be forbidden, or this person on your mind, or if there's miscommunication, okay? When it comes to love, you don't know how to express yourself properly. One more. Oh, that's why lovers came out. Soul contract. Whoever's on your mind, and I'm about to tap into, the universe is confirming soulmate, twin flame, the one, a pair of things, deep soul connection. This can bloom, but you need to know how to treat love properly by first appreciating it, okay? Divination is tied to this, so I do feel... All right, let's get into it. First, I just want to confirm person on your mind, your actual connection. I just want to see, and then we'll get into it. So them. Okay, first let's just confirm your connection. The person on your mind. Okay, so happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness. So they're not in your life. You look, you watch, but you focus out, so you obsess. Maybe you're waiting for this person to express themselves, or again, that goes to the decision that you're kind of sitting in right now. So this person's not in your life, which is a little bit alarming then, because that means that lover's energy, this person that you see as happiness, expansion, oneness, enjoying each other, but you watch in on, you also see them as devil energy. I feel like I'm missing something here. Hold on a second. Let's just get a couple more of these. Why do I feel you have two people on your mind? Lightning, sudden change, shocking news, surprise, epiphany, upheaval. Maybe how this exited was very sudden. I'm seeing that unexpected outcome. You could have just found something out about this person, or this emotion's really come over you out of nowhere. If you're on the fence of expressing, hold on, I want one more for love, Paul. Yeah, you stop yourself. You stop yourself. So even though it's here, you don't feel safe in this connection. You're trying to focus on yourself. You're trying to focus on self-care, self-love. What's this lightning? Someone new. That's what I feel like you found someone new. I feel you have someone new in your life that's not healthy. And maybe it came in quite quickly, and maybe it was quite intense. I feel your heart's in two places. That's what I feel for the right. One more for lightning. Someone new. But you string this person along. That's what I was feeling. I don't think you're committed. I think you love a situationship, or one of these people you could have been planning marriage, or this person could be married or in a long-term commitment, so it's forbidden. Okay, this is what I'm getting for the right collective. You have someone in your life that I think actually strings you along. I think that this person is either in a long-term committed relationship, or it's just something that seems very forbidden and kind of taboo, is what I'm hearing, okay? Which makes you think about this other person on your mind. But I think this other person on your mind, you remember the good times, you felt happiness, you felt expansion, but I think with your self-doubt and your insecurities, I don't know if you compare. It's like you're keeping yourself in such a messy situation, and it comes back to how you see yourself, okay? Because every time you think of expressing yourself to this person, you're like, no, I need to focus on myself. So you go straight into distraction mode, okay? So again, a habit of yours, you choose comfort, even though your comfort is not really comfort. So you go over for... So, okay, so your heart clearly lies with whoever you've separated with. Sadness, missing you, thinking about you, but you're unsure of the future. So you choose this option. Even though you look at their photos, you miss them, it activates nostalgia through your stalking. You want to make new memories. You know they own the key to your heart, but you don't want to budge. So you choose this. And you think it makes you feel safe, but it doesn't. It's prolonging your healing, and maybe time has affected your actual heart space. It's odd because I'm wanting to do it you versus them, but I can feel reading you, your heart's in two places. So go with a snake, and one of these people are a snake that you need boundaries. So it's either this person that you truly love, or it's this other person, but that's your choice to make. I don't know if I should get you this person's emotion or not. I want to see what the universe... Oh, do I do it or not? I'm going to be honest, for this collective, you need to work out what you're feeling. You need to work out what you want in life. It shouldn't... I'll get a couple. I don't think the universe is going to show me too much here. I'm going to be... Okay, I'm going to ask it as... Okay, the person's perspective that owns the key to your heart. How do they view you? I think your heart... Anyway, let's see. Okay. Wow. Whoever this person that owns the key to your heart, don't make it fit. You guys were planning a family. They go over a pregnancy. They go over... I guess the life that was promised. Maybe sometimes they think you have had a child. I think it's more they go over how quick you guys were planning a future. Maybe as you came in, it was one of those very quick, accelerating connections. Crow outside. Let's get two more. So this is the person that owns the key to your heart. Okay. They activated, so maybe they, when they think of you, you definitely activated something in them. I'm not going to lie, as I'm feeling this, I feel there's hurt. I want one more for family and expecting. Yeah, that's what I feel. There's hurt. I don't... It's odd because I'm going back to this part, right? And I think this is why I didn't want to read this, because I don't think the right collective, you know where your heart sits, because you had something with someone with... They've got the wedding rings, they're stringing you a lot. This could even be this person. If this other person, and it's funny how cycles work, even in love, you promised the world to one and then ended up with someone that already has this, the family, the kids, the this, the that. This is why I didn't want to read this, because I don't think this collective, I feel you crave this other person, but just how I feel you're someone that gets tempted by the forbidden kind of love, and it's like you've got this forbidden love and this person is kind of off limits. So I don't think you... I know twin soul came out. I don't think you understand where you're at in life. Okay, when this person thinks about you, whoever has the key to your heart, let it be this person stringing you along or this other person you're in silence with. Both of them around you, agony. In the nicest way. This person, however, thinks of addictions. Maybe they think that you have addictions. Maybe they go over memories, especially if you lost a pregnancy because of addiction. Whatever the case, the person that is on your mind, which I don't even think you know, this isn't the best outlook. I'm going to be honest. Yeah, they go over your betrayal, your deceit, your lies, your secrets. Family. So I think you promised this person so much. This is what is making me think it's this other person, because you're on the same frequency of wanting to build a family, or so they thought, where I feel this other person, it's their own family. Like the right collective, that'll make sense. Whatever this pregnancy situation was, it made them upgrade. So let it be this other person that has a family. If they don't present activated and upgraded because of a pregnancy, it's this other person. But I think, I don't know if you guys lost a child, and I find people that lose children can actually cause activation as well. It's a very hard trauma to go through. Whatever happened here when it came to expecting and pregnancy, the person on your mind, or whoever you think is on your mind, they upgraded because of that. Yeah, so they have activated. So they see the signs, synchronicities of the world. So through their dark night, they found their Empress glow. They radiate. They could see you as radiating, but I think it's more what they had to overcome to find this. I think they sparkle, but they could think you sparkle. I don't know. I think this person on your mind, unfortunately, beautiful cards of transformation, but there's nothing about I love you or the one or twin flame, or I think they just kind of sit in the hurt of what happened and kind of see you as a runner, the runner chaser journey. So I feel like I shouldn't be doing this because I feel you don't know where your heart, that you're divine. So it is the first deck. I think you activated them. Boy, did you give them some trauma to activate. But then again, this could also be if this other person you're with has a feeling that you still care about this other person, which you clearly see. This is, I shouldn't be reading this. The main collective, you don't know where your heart lies. So this is just going to confuse you more. First step is to understand what you want in life. Okay? And that's no one can tell you what you want in life, but you need to make some tough decisions. And you need to truly work on what you want to achieve in life and go for it. Okay. That felt really weird reading that. I feel like I should get you a surrender card, and I'm closing this reading off. Your self-esteem, and that is why you allow the things in your life that you do. You've got to work on your worth. Okay, you deserve success, love, and abundance. Set an intention to identify and release remnants of your low self-esteem. This is why you keep yourself in the environment you're in. Surrender to your soul's path. You're special, and I can feel it. Holy moly, your life's journey has been perfectly designed for your soul's growth. Embrace every lesson and every moment. You'll get there. You'll get there. The universe is saying you're destined for big things. Remember that. Remember, you are who you hang around. That should be your little affirmation over the next month. Your creativity, your special mind. Of course you. Let your imagination soar. Stay open to. You would have such a beautiful. That's where your vivid imagination comes from. You've got a beautiful soul. Ideas about how to pursue a dream or solve a problem. You'll get there. You'll get there. Surrender to what is, and this is what gets you in trouble. You think, remember we said it a couple times, you think about every conclusion, positive, negative, this and that, you get to the point and you just get swallowed up by, but what if this happens, what if that happens? Flow with what is instead of fighting it. When you can't change a situation, compassionately accept it exactly as it is and it'll bring you peace. Don't try and force the river. Let the river flow. So it goes back to the company you keep, and are you trying to fix people in your life? Are you trying to make people understand you? Are you trying to... Just remember, any true soul connection, and not just in love, family, friends, even work situations, whatever it is, they should encourage you for your best and they should make you feel safe. Just remember that, okay? Just let things flow because it's affecting your self-esteem. Your fear of change, well, we know that because as soon as your fear comes in, you blame. Okay, you do have a fear of change and your soul's path is calling you to make change. Remember, you've got an Ace of Pentacles life just stuck there in limbo, waiting for you because you're afraid of what comes next instead of believing in your greatness. The universe is reminding you that you are cared for always, every step of the way. Whether you're afraid of change in your job, your health, or a relationship, I think it's all of them. Or if you fear aging, or repeat the affirmation, I have faith all is well. Everything is always well. Remember that. Surrender to worry. So your creative mind, you don't see yourself. That's the issue here. You don't believe in your potential. You don't believe in what you deserve in life, which makes you worry. Make a commitment to not lead an anxiety-driven life. When worries arise, breathe them out of your body. Focus on the power of your heart and have faith that spirit is guiding you always. Okay. Most of these are your higher self saying, until we work on your insecurities, until you see yourself, your soul's path is always going to be in the background. You need confidence to jump off that cliff. You need confidence to find your wings. You need to believe in your beautiful creative mind and your gifts within. Okay, stop limiting yourself. And you need to not be so fearful of what comes next, because your fear of change just creates worry, and your fear of change goes straight into what if this happens, what if that happens, what if this, what if that, and it stops you from making powerful decisions. And once again, your energy, just like those, your sacral and your solar need balancing. So because they're trying to balance this, a lot of childhood wounding and lessons coming up from your trauma, they'll keep doing this to work on your confidence and seeing who you truly are. If you're someone that listens to meditation or frequency, or I'd be putting on sacral and solar healing right now, even a bit of your root chakra, because you kind of get swallowed up by fear. Do you want me to get you an animal card? I think I need to get you one animal card. You could love animals. I just want to see who you are now energetically and what your potential is to be. Oh my God, you got my lion. Oh, king. You're unstoppable. Even, oh my God, you just get, this is you now. You need to believe in yourself more. Sorry, where's my book? Hold on. Okay, so this is you now. Patient, regal, a complete master. I don't think I'm giving you enough credit. The lion is a master of the fire element and the living mascot of self-transformation. A lion personality dedicates their life to personal and spiritual growth. So you really are focusing on healing. This dedication inspires some and intimidates others. So those people that are questioning your path, they shouldn't even be around you. Therefore, the lion is respected by all, but known intimately by few. Some mistake the lion as hard to access or aloof. Yet those with a keen eye know better. Lions are observant, and I felt that about you. You're very observant. Observant, stealth, and precise in their words and actions. So you know, you're a lot more aware than you present. They do not waste energy or resources. This card reminds us that self-mastery is available to all, no matter where our quest begins. You're actually very special. When in balance, the epitome of peace and strength. When out of balance, you withdraw. So when you don't feel balanced, you retreat. What brings you into balance? Daily meditation and friends. That's why friendships are so important to you as well, which is not a bad thing. They just need to be the right company. Okay, so if friendships are something that ignite you in life, and everybody's different, and that's understandable, but you just want to make sure you're maintaining the right friends that encourage you to be your best and that don't hold you back. Okay, friends are a very important thing for you. They need to be the right ones. Just remember that. And the elephant is literally next. Unstoppable and wise. I love this. The elephant is arguably the most auspicious figure in the deck. Like Ganesh, the elephant represents immense wisdom. So you are wise. You'd be an old soul, but there's emotional things. It's like... And I remember as I was saying that, you'd be like, what are you talking about? As I was reading that, it's like... where you are in the brain, hopefully this makes sense, bear with me. I feel you know you're wise. You know, or you feel you're very emotionally connected, but I just think there's some things in life you're not seeing completely clearly. But as you're watching this, it's like you would think you know because of your wisdom and your old soul. That would have been a very confronting part of the reading for you to listen to. Okay, where are we up to? Elephant represents immense wisdom as well as good fortune, which you're destined for in this life, that Ace of Pentacles. It is said that the great elephant is the destroyer of obstacles. So if this card appears when you feel stuck, rest assured the path will soon become clear. So you are going through obstacles right now, which will be removed. I think you've got some big decisions coming up in your life that you just need to focus on, okay? You'll make the right decisions. If you've got lion and elephant here, you're going to be fine. You're protected every step of the way. Remember that. To add to the mystery, the elephant is also known as the creator of obstacles in order to steer us in the right direction. So maybe this is also, because that's how we learn through fires. The same obstacles keep coming up. Knock it down. Redirect your life. In order to steer us in the right direction, trust this gentle, noble creature. It illuminates the way with the light of self-knowledge. Love that. When in balance, one-pointed focus, generous and loving, and you are, and maybe sometimes you're generous to a fault. But you misunderstand fate when you're out of balance. And that's what I think. I wasn't explaining it right. It's like you know, but you don't know. It's very odd energy. And it just shows it's... life and years is what develops our mind. And it's like everything that you can know, you know. But it's like, I just feel there's a lack of life experience for you. But that's not your fault. It's not your fault. If anything, I actually think for however old you are. You're a lot wiser. You're wise beyond your years. But there's just some things, unfortunately, until you get the life lesson, how can you learn the emotion? Hopefully that makes sense. All right. What energy? What's your... Oh my God, I knew it. You're a divine messenger. They're trying to activate your line. You got the hawk. You're a true channel from up above. You're special. One more. You could do anything. I find, musicians and people that write movies, like, what are they called? Screenwriters and stuff. They're all just channelers. You don't need... You've got a gift. But a true channel of claircognizance, you don't just need to be a bloody tarot reader. You could do anything if you're a true channel. You're a bird of the divinity. You've got to trust your knowing. You don't trust yourself, and this is why you misunderstand fate. You don't trust who you were born to be because of your lack of worth. Oh my God. And oh my God, what is going on? Sorry. I've got goosebumps all over me. This is what you're meant to be in life. The dragon, the one that sees all, the hawk and the cheetah. And that's why they're trying to make you work on your confidence. Anything you put your mind to in life, you will achieve. You've got to believe that. Anything. Look at your energy. You're powerful. No wonder this is... I feel I've misread your energy a little bit. Which means people don't get you at a deep level. It makes sense. Everything in a reading happens for a reason. Powerful. This is normally what I would see in my feminines. Whoever your person is in life, your pair, that swan energy, I couldn't even imagine. I don't want to tap into it because I think your heart space is confused right now. You just need to grow your backbone. You need to stop listening to the people around you. Believe. Whatever you're wanting to achieve in life, believe in, because you'll get there. Okay? You just need to work on your masculine strength, your solar force, your true confidence. I think you present very confident, but inside there's some insecurities. Stop listening to everyone around you and follow your dreams. Anyone that was truly successful in life, they had haters around every corner. They had people telling them they couldn't, but they knew they could. And that's what that Ace of Pentacles is. We have the intuition. We know it'll be worth it when it comes in, but it takes perseverance and dedicated effort. And this is why they're trying to offer you a quantum jump. It makes sense. We've got a big year ahead. Focus the right way. That was powerful. Okay. That's supposed to be my red thread. You came out white, but your red thread. So you do have someone fated connected to you. And you got the 2 butterflies. Could have just broken some... Oh, I was about to say broken. I'm reading unless you wear jewellery as a man, you could. But the purple butterfly, you could have broken a necklace or something. But your eye is developing. Your golden butterfly. You would see a lot of butterflies, especially now because you'd be going through a transformation at the moment. Candle magic, maybe you scry or you need to start developing your magic, although I feel it's like you're embarrassed about it or something. You don't need to be. You're powerful. The world is your oyster. Remember that. You've definitely persevered in love, your heart space, and it'll pay off when it's time. You'll know when to act. Just focus on you right now. It's my advice. If it's truly meant to be, it won't go anywhere. Okay. When time stops. 26th of the 10th would be an important date for you. That could be a sign as well. Maybe a watch or a clock stops or something. BRNES. Initials. XO, kisses and hugs. Full moon energy. You could really resonate with the moon. You could be born on a full moon, or your person could be. Communication. You'll know. But first you've got to start speaking better to yourself. Ancient Egypt, you could really resonate with Egyptian mythology. My advice for you, I think you just need to focus on your life a little bit. You need to work out what you want out of life. You need to work out, I think you know what you want out of life, but I think it's like you don't think you can achieve it, or whatever it is, lock in. Lock into what you, and don't let anyone stop you. Remember what I was saying at the start? You remind me of someone that would be like, it's my life. Like, you seem very rebellious. So remember that. It is your life. Okay. 222. So maybe you see unexpected blessings. 00. You are coming into a completion. It might not feel like it, but 25th of the 2nd. 33. That's so 333, expansion, Jupiter. You'd be seeing a lot of synchronized numbers right now. 17th of the 3rd, birthday memory. 18, that could be important. 9th of the 4th, 4th of the 9th, 17th of the 6th, 14th of the 4th, 17th of the 9th, 69. Very good angel number, yin and yang, good and bad luck, that. And then 2 by itself. 18th of the 2nd. But duality. Alright, my loves. That's very odd. I've never tap into just masculine, I'm going to say masculine energy. And that's 2 now within the past couple days. It must be over here on YouTube. But yeah, I love you guys. And I've got some things on today. I should have a reading up on TikTok a little bit later, but don't hold me to it. Just depends what time I get home. All right, but I love you guys and have a good day.